A powerful message, now with more power. From the Crawford Broadcasting Studios, the best Bible teachers in America, with 100,000 watts at 101.1 FM and 850 AM. This is WXJC FM, WXJC HD Coleman, WDJC HD2 Birmingham, and WXJC AM Birmingham.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Have you mixed your pain meds, your sleep meds, your allergy meds? Call the Poison Helpline. Has your child eaten a tube of toothpaste, a chip of paint, a wild mushroom? Call the Poison Helpline. Have you been bitten by a spider, a snake, an insect? Call the Poison Helpline. Poisonings can happen at the home, on the job, or in the great outdoors. Call the Poison Helpline first for fast, free advice from medical professionals. Call 1-800-222-1222 anytime, anywhere. 1-800-222-1222. Save the number, save a life. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I'm a veteran. My victory was admitting I had PTSD and getting help.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I no longer see it as a weakness, but as a sign of strength. I call it post-traumatic growth.
DAV provides a lifetime of support, helping veterans of every generation get the benefits they've earned.
I am a veteran. I lost both legs in Vietnam.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans so they can reach victories great and small.
My victory was getting my benefits and a good education.
I'm a veteran. When I got out, I felt like nowhere was safe. My victory was finding the help I needed.
But there's more to be done and more victories to be won.
Thanks to DAV, now I feel like I'm human again.
Help support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
This portion of the show is brought to you by The Home Place. They have 2 locations. They have Pinson and Warrior. Pinson number is 205-681-6226 or the Warrior location at 205-543-6556.
The following program is a paid program and does not reflect the views of station management or sponsors.
Boy. Oh, I already got me a spoon. How about this? And we're lucky to have his honey in here this morning. She had the headphones on and has threatened to smother me in my sleep if I made her talk.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, hey, Landon, she's a vicious woman. You know that.
I'm quite aware.
But she has survived. She's got to go get her face on now. How about that?
Yeah.
We got a little road trip planned today, and this is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh yes, it's going to be a good trip. Going to Summit.
One of the Summit Racing equipment over in McDonough, Georgia.
McDonough. That's what it's called. Okay.
I believe that's the way you say that. This place is. If you've never been there, it's they got car shows on Saturday morning. They've just got a bunch of stuff. So you've been wanting to go over there, so we decided to make us a road trip.
I've been wanting to go, and you need something. It balances itself out.
Oh, yeah. So, we could order it, but and have it ordered and all that kind of stuff, which would have been fine. It's just not the same.
But we need it by Thursday. Well, no, I'm sorry. We need it put together by Thursday.
This could happen by tomorrow afternoon?
Yes.
Because I may need your help. Hey, I'll let you read the directions, or the suggestions anyway, and decide what we're going on.
Okay.
And what we're talking about next Friday, and of course our buddy Greg Burgess from I-22 Motorsports Park will be calling in this morning, and we're talking about the Get Down at Dogtown that is going on next weekend.
That's it.
Of course, it's the 4th of July race. Actually, is going to be on the 2nd. 4th is on Monday.
Yes.
So we're going up Friday afternoon and going to do the show live from I-22.
That's right.
If you've never had an opportunity to go up to I-22, you need to put this on your list. It is one of the most we're fortunate in Alabama. We've got some fan-friendly places to go watch a race.
That is right.
And this is a fan-friendly place.
It is. Got good food.
And it got barbecue nachos. Did I mention barbecue nachos?
Oh, yes.
God Lord. That's just...
Now, have you noticed the post from Capital City that he tends to open up track for a restaurant?
Oh, really? So he's going to have it as a restaurant?
The concession stands appears to be a restaurant.
Okay.
During the weekends that he doesn't have races.
Now, Albany, Georgia, if you're from down there, it's Albany. This US 19, I believe it's what. Anyway, it's Albany, Georgia. They have their concession stand is actually a restaurant during the week. They got the old cafe booths, the whole works. So I guess it's you have to do something to make a nickel.
That's right. Hey,
and they got good food too.
The rent won't pay itself.
You think so? Yeah,
I figured that out.
And the rent goes on.
It does. They want money every single month.
Oh man! And a month is only about three days old if you owe money. Every third day.
That's it.
I just paid this. I know.
I'm sure of it.
But anyway, we'll be. I'll go up sometime next Friday morning-ish. I don't know. Anyways, up in the day on Friday and get set up. Try to get us a good spot. Because if I get there Friday, I won't be the first one there. But anyway, I'll get us a good spot.
Okay.
And then we'll be ready. And hopefully this time of year it'll be cool enough we can do the the temperature will be correct. It's been cool enough before when we have done live remotes. But the temperature will be right. We can do this outside. What do you think about that?
Oh, that would be nice.
We stepped out of the truck this morning. It was just it's pleasant out.
It was. It was a very nice morning. We have sunshine already.
We did come out of the basement, and the sun was coming up over the horizon.
Pressing the horizon.
So, today is June 25th, so the days will start getting shorter after the 21st. Oh, man.
Yeah.
It'll rock here for a few days about the same.
Which we need shorter days as hot as it's been.
It just need it cooler. Maybe a front come in, cool it off.
Mm-hmm.
But, one of the reasons we talked about going to Summit today, the reason we're going, the Corvette, I will be running it in the Pro Mod. I didn't complete my thought about I-22. It's to Get Down at Dogtown Pro Mod race, fireworks, a big bracket race. They got lots and lots of stuff going on. But I'm going to run the Corvette in the Pro Mod, first time ever for me.
Snack Lady's up early. She said she is.
Well, good morning, Snack Lady.
She's agreeing with you to go ahead and get us a good spot.
Well, yeah. William's going to come up and help us on the car.
Good.
That's Snack Lady's husband, Miss Donna's husband. He's going to come up and help. We've got several guys going to come up and help us crew on the car. As I'm like a lost ball in high weeds. Everybody looking for anyway. But we'll get this thing up and operating. So it's going to be good.
You got spare plugs and everything?
I got everything. Well,
you got new rods and pistons ready to go?
No, hadn't ordered those yet. I've had some other expenses that's kind of sidelined me, but they're coming. No, just rods, not pistons.
Now we're gonna go get something important today.
Yes, we are. This Corvette is a professionally built. It's a Tommy Mooney chassis. It's a 53 Corvette Pro Mod. But anyway, the seat is a seat bucket, and I think that's what it's called. Anyway, they've got a special name for it. But it's kind of to whom it may concern. You get in, there's plenty of room. You just flop around this thing. but it's designed for a insert.
Yes.
So this thing you pour the seat. It's got a plastic bag of some sort, and we'll talk more and more about that next week. I've only seen a picture of it, but you sit down in the bucket and you pour this stuff around you, and it forms a seat for you.
Right.
So I'm gonna do that. And one of the issues I had, I sat down in the car. There's no back support for me. From where you sit to the middle of my back, there's absolutely no support, and I see in a bad situation a broken back. And I'm thinking, if I know how to make that not happen, I should go ahead and do that.
Right.
We certainly don't anticipate problems, but hey, ain't no use to being crazy.
Also, if you're going that fast, probably the best thing to have is a good position on your seating.
Yeah, maybe my helmet won't cock. I got to strap the helmet down a little bit tighter.
Right.
Because when I ran down Montgomery and I took off, my head hit the back and the helmet slid around to the right, and all I could see was my left eye. Never lifted, though.
That's your good eye, isn't it?
No, neither one of them.
Oh, man.
So I talked to John Leonard yesterday. He's going to come over and give me a tutorial on packing parachutes.
Try not to shear it off.
I anticipate using them.
Right. As you should.
Yeah, oh yeah. Then I'll need somebody to come down and grab the parachutes, put them up on the wing, and pull me back. Of course, we'll have the coolest tow vehicle in the whole wide world. We got that with us.
That we do.
It's a miniature Jeep. Dan, did I tell you that thing quit on me?
Yep. You ran out of gas again.
Again. I took the lid off of it, and the screen had gas. No, it didn't have gas. It just appeared to have gas. Put gas in, it runs great. So, anyway, I got to get that going.
Yep.
But that will be next weekend. I'm excited about that. I have in the past announced at the and I think I'll be a little bit busy this week, this year to announce at it. Greg will, when he calls in, maybe he can call in around 7 o'clock or so. But anyway, he calls in and tells us the group. He calls some names out. I can't remember who all was coming, but there's a pretty good group of cars coming. So, being the 4th, there's a lot of races going on, and people come to I-22 because it is such a great place to come.
It is. You got the vegetable stand.
Oh yeah, the cantaloupe stand. Go up on the top, get on, either walk up there or find you a ride. Anybody with a golf cart will stop and let you ride on back of it up to the top of the vegetable stand and watch Pro Mod from a covered area. Could be a little warm out.
Oh, it's going to be a little warm out. But fortunately, we're having a night race.
Yeah, we've got awning on the RV, and then our pop-up, we'll have everything cool. So I can't think of anything else that we need to bring with us. I believe everything is done.
Food.
Oh, food's important.
It is. So it's pretty much top of the list.
Well, you'll have to make us a list of grocery list. Maybe we make one on the way to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So you can, they'll know what to buy. Speaking of the Corvette, I've had. Wait a minute, I hear music in the background. We'll go excited. Out, and I've got great news coming up.
Okay.
But wait, there's more.
I will.
All right, we'll be right back on DragRace Central.
Have you ever had weird sounds coming from your trailer? Are you stopping at a red light and your tire from your trailer passes you? Then you need the Hub Saver. You can find them on the web at thehubsaver.com. So don't get stranded on the side of the road for 24 hours and lose money. Go to thehubsaver.com.
This portion of the show is brought to you by The Home Place. They have 2 locations. They have Pinson and Warrior. Pinson number is 205-681-6226 or the Warrior location at 205-543-6556.
Ward Brothers Motorsports, 205-208-3278. That's 205-208-FAST. You can find them at 8691 Thornton Avenue, Leeds.
You've arrived at your destination.
Or look them up on the web at wardbrothersmotorsports.com. Performance vehicle dealer. No games, no gimmicks, just car guys who like to have fun.
I'm a veteran. We hit a mine in Vietnam.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
My victory's been never giving up hope.
DAV helps veterans of every generation get the benefits they've earned.
I finally admitted, with my PTSD, I wasn't doing well.
So veterans can reach victories, great and small.
Now I wish I'd found DAV sooner. My victory is just enjoying each day.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Welcome back into DragRace Central. Landon, I didn't introduce you. You were going to get my drink. Go say good morning.
Good morning. Welcome in. Back to DragRace Central.
Yeah. Amber had your seat held down. You told her say something. She said, "You better not call me."
It's not that bad.
It's not. Well, hey, you and I have been doing this long enough that it's become second nature.
That's what you told me my first show. It's not that bad.
Well,
okay.
Hey,
and the worst part was I was sitting in a room full of 4 people who I barely knew. Well, actually, I only barely knew one of them.
Who was with us?
The track promoter you were real close with.
George
Howard. And then we had 2 guys who had quicker Honda.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
He had a motor to turn like 13,000 RPM. That was his
they had a
claim to fame.
Topper Motorsport or something. I forgot what it was. They were on the south side. I know who it is.
I'd seen him a few times since.
Yeah, but anyway, I was just before break. I was telling that we got some. I got some new information. Got some new merchandise coming.
That's right.
I had to go. This is depressing. The belt on the lawnmower broke on the for the mower deck. Well, no big deal. But when you get through working on a lawnmower, you still got to use the stupid thing. So anyway, I had to go up to Anianta and order a couple of belts. So on the way back to town, I stopped at Hughes Screen Printing to talk to Ron about doing a shirt for the Corvette. So I took the Hobby Lee made a picture of it down in Montgomery, and I took the picture in. I said, can you make me screen print me a shirt? He said, I don't think so. He said, you need sublimation. Oh, what the heck is that? It is lifelike. The picture is, and so we are having it's polyester shirt. And it's the ones that if they get wet, they quick dry, or you sling them dry. I don't know what this thing is, some kind of magic something. Dry weave. Anyway, they got something, some kind of shirt, but it's black, and of course the Corvette is bright yellow, and it's got the radio show logo across the shoulders.
Right.
So that thing, are you trying to look it up?
I was seeing what sublimation shirts look like.
Yeah. It's the pictures are lifelike. We got screen print, and it looked like screen print. These looked just like the picture on the Corvette. So our merchandise that we'll have the ladies out.
So it looks something like that. That's the front of a shirt.
Yes.
Okay.
Show that on the microphone.
Here you go.
Okay. Can y'all see that well? Oh, I guess not. Pictures on the radio are just not real good.
I know.
But anyway,
I get a sneak peek.
So I'm kind of excited about this. Well, it was kind of a small order, our first order of these things, and as y'all can imagine, it's kind of expensive when you start ordering, especially your first ones. Now, once you get your initial purchase, to replace them is not so bad, but initially,
yeah, it's like I'll take a number 3 after the first time.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll have a merchandise table set up at I-22. Maybe we've got our DragRace Central shirts. We've got some of our.
We've still got 2 generations to get rid of.
2 generations of those. Got our berry colored, which is maroon. They call it berry, and then we got a gray, and there's actually 2 gray ones. We got one of the DragRace Central, the Black Widows, and we got our latest version was the
Mark Your
Territory one.
I'm wearing the Black Widow today.
You got a Black Widow? It's funny, the Black Widows are the car club that built Laster Mountain in the 50s. We've had people come up to us, and Landon has people come up and say, I bet you don't know who the Black Widows were. Of course, he has to straighten them out. He does know who the Black Widows were.
Bunch of old guys.
Well, they weren't when they built it.
Well, they are now.
Well, they are the ones that are left.
That's it. That's who they are, not who they were.
That's right. If you can get on, there's a video, I think it's 25 minutes long when Laster Mountain was being built. They shooting dynamite. Of course, at that time, you go to the hardware store to buy dynamite. All of it you wanted.
Right.
Is in a 55-gallon or a wooden barrel. No, that was dynamite. You get you a handful of dynamite and take it. And they were blasting and cutting, and they made Laster Mountain as a great video available on YouTube. Yeah. That from the old Helena Dragway and Salvador's and Ed Salem's. There was 2 cruising spots on 26th Street. Right about, it's probably a block south of Topgolf on 26th Street. How about that?
Okay.
Everybody knows where Topgolf is, but that's where Salvador's on the right-hand side. Ed Salem's was on the left, and people cruised back and forth. Now, I don't know if they have any fights. Well, I'm sure there's fights, but they cruised back and forth between these 2 popular areas.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure car scenes haven't changed entirely too much.
And I think Ed Salem played football at Alabama.
Okay.
I might be wrong, but anyway, that was a very popular, deal.
And then your generation decided y'all wanted to go to root beer stands.
A&W? No, they come up with that. We had car hops, girls on roller skates bringing you food. I bet you there was some spilt milkshakes in that deal.
I'm sure. See, now we all let's just have a car. I wouldn't say a car show. I don't even know. A car meet.
We just get together and do some car stuff.
Right. You got to insult each other or something like that. You got to tell them that theirs is junk, yours is the best, or the best ones are like, I have a cousin who has a car. Real fast. I'm just like, well, where's your cousin?
Well, as soon as he gets it back together, he'll outrun you.
Exactly. Every time.
Last night we were supposed to have the list race at Laster Mountain.
Right. I called you yesterday asking you about it.
We were scheduled and all this stuff, but it turns out they went on vacation. In the automotive world, especially around Birmingham, 4th of July week, or the weeks around 4th of July, automotive shops just close.
Right.
It's generally a slow time of year, and it's just been common. This has been going on 30 years or more.
Mm-hmm.
They just close up a week or two right at the 4th.
So we usually close up the week after 4th because so we might get off Monday and Tuesday. Monday for the 4th, and Tuesday for a hangover day.
Okay, hangover day.
Yeah, right.
Huh. That's interesting.
Boss man smart enough to know that
they ain't coming anyway.
They ain't going to come anyways. Might as well not make them.
That's good. Anyway, we're that has been rescheduled for the 14th.
Okay.
this coming Friday will be, the people of the 4th be leaving. The following Friday, people will be taking off anyway. So we're going to do it the 14th will be the next list race. That's the Gardendale Performance 205.
So everybody gets a month off where you got to run them all.
Well, there's some guys that are upgrading. Charles Bills is about got. I think his 436-inch small block Ford will crank today. He's put a new motor. The other one was just a little less than 400 inches. This one's a bigger motor and got a lot of new parts. Anthony Stedham has picked up a 18-degree motor. He had a little 23-degree motor with the B&M blower on it. He stepped up big time. Motor.
Isn't 23 degree just the average?
That
Chevrolet?
is the standard
Right.
Chevrolet head, and they make the 18 degrees a shallower angle.
Right.
And the way you look in the intake port, you can see more of the valve.
Okay.
So now there are some LS motors that are 10 degree.
Mm-hmm.
So they changed all that kind of stuff. A small block Ford is 20 degrees the way it comes, so they automatically. They flow good.
That's
of course,
cool.
all the magic stuff that's available for the small blocks now and big blocks, and I've got an extra set of heads for the Corvette. I think I can throw a baseball across the room and hit one of the ports. I know I can throw a golf ball. I can bounce a golf ball into the port.
Most definitely.
They're big old ports. Of course, a big motor, you need big ports. So it's going to be.
It's a big size. I'll say it's the tallest head I've ever seen.
I can't wait to get up and get this thing ready to go again and make me a couple of blasts. Got plenty of nitrous. The bottles are full. I've got to drive into the parachute. I've never driven into a parachute before.
Okay.
So I've got to get used to that. I understand it's quite a rush when those things deploy. Then you click high gear and immediately reach up and grab the parachute handle, and
right.
You pull it, and because you're going so fast that it will deploy about the time you go across the finish line and get you wound up, because brakes generally will not stop you from this speed. So
understandable. I know no brakes won't stop you.
You got that right. You have something called the pucker factor.
The high pucker factor.
You can suck donut seeds out of the seat. But anyway, that we go over and get that the new seat insert today. We'll get that thing.
Summit.
We'll get that thing poured in and get it fitting me, and maybe this will work out pretty good.
Hopefully so.
We're going to read the directions more than once before we start pouring.
Understandable.
Kind of thing's kind of expensive, and I just I need it to work.
You only need one.
Only need one.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I said you only need one.
Oh, you're not going to drive this thing?
I said you only need one. I didn't say I didn't need one.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Well, this is going to be a.
It could be a.
It's going to be a ride.
I think I'm using you as a guinea pig.
Oh, my name's Vince or Larry, right?
Right.
That's what I've done with the 55. And I've finally come to the conclusion I'm going to sell the 55.
Okay.
I hadn't got all the all particulars, but it's gonna leave.
Okay.
Having one race car is probably not the smartest thing that a man could do. Having two race cars is bad.
How about having three?
Well, you can't even go by that. But it's time for it to move. It's a great piece, and I went through a strong learning process with the car. It was when I first got it, it parallel parked when you let go of the trans brake. Now it's right down the boulevard.
That's right.
Your granny could drive it. About that. Well, not really, because this thing kind of gets your attention. All right, we got music. That means we're going to take a break. We'll be right back on DragRace Central. brought to you by Wholesale Transmission at 425 University Boulevard. Take care of all your transmission needs. The area code 205-251-0466. That's 251-0466. This segment brought to you by MTO Motors at 7212 First Avenue North. Cars, trucks, SUVs, no credit, no problem. Looking for good people, looking for good cars. Area code 205-836-0508. That's area code 205-836-0508.
This portion of the show is brought to you by The Home Place. They have two locations. They have Pinson and Warrior. Pinson number is 205-681-6226 or the Warrior location at 205-543-6556.
Marsh Automotive Custom Dyno Tuning and Car Engine Swap. You can locate them at 65472 U.S. Highway 231, Blunsville, Alabama. Give them a call at 205-429-4131. That's 205-429-4131.
It's a bully, but we aren't afraid of a fight. It's elusive, but our focus never fades. It's deadly, but we were born to defeat cancer. You may not have heard of us, but our work has helped millions impacted by cancer. We are the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. We are leaders in advancing breakthroughs in immunotherapy, genomics, and personalized medicine. This research saves lives. After 65 years of fighting blood cancers, we've arrived at a game-changing belief. The cures for cancer are in our blood. The drugs and treatments we've developed for blood cancers have helped people affected by many different types of cancers. We are the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Beating cancer is in our blood. Learn more at LLS.org.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
what a hero you could be.
I thought I paid like $16 if you win.
Well, nobody would accept the $1. Everybody put $1 in. Nobody accepted it. So anyway, we was going to go for $2, but nobody could afford $2. So we went to $1. But it's what you guys.
The $2 for the double entry.
Oh yeah, that's a buyback. $1 you got to buy back. But the guy that won, Dave, last year won it. We all gonna give him $1. He said, "I don't want your $1." We got through, he couldn't even bought a hamburger and a Coke.
That's funny.
Anyway, Jake's today. Jake's got a testing team going on. Sand Mountain has got small tire racing, a $5,000 small tire race. That's going to be a good one. And then got a power wheel race. The kids going to bring the power wheels out and do a little racing.
It's for the big race. It did not say kids.
You know what? You're right.
It said a $200 power wheels race, not a child's race.
So you could take your 24-volt drill and hook to it, and it wouldn't last long. Don't matter, that baby will roll.
$200, you buy a new drill.
Well, just a battery. You hook your 6-volt motor out of your power wheels to a 24 or 36 volt, maybe the 42 volt. You run cell modes. You have to use a rheostat, because if you hit it all on them plastic gears and that thing, you'd be slipping the cog like mad.
Throw a motor of a Tesla in it. Put a car battery in it. We win some races.
I guess so. Or how about just a starter, a car starter motor, 12 volts, one off of Oldsmobile diesel, made 5 horsepower. Of course, it weighed 40 pounds. Talk about somebody who brought us here this morning.
Hey, we got our friends up there at Ray's Drive Shafts, located at 1417 Decatur Highway in Fultondale, Alabama. Give them a call down at 256-572-7485. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Great guy out there. Keep him working.
Hey,
Don't let him retire.
Hey, we saw one of his piece of heavy equipment on the way in this morning.
We sure did.
The giraffe.
We saw a giraffe on the side.
If you've never seen a giraffe, it's this contraption that's got this articulating. No, it's got this pole that will extend, and it's got a saw blade about 4 foot in diameter, 5 foot. Oh, it's a great big one.
Big one.
You probably get up close to it, it'd be real big. But it goes up and clears the right of way. Ray makes the drive shafts for this thing. I think there's 5 drive shafts, and they expand, and the pole is maybe 15, 18 feet long. When it extends out, it's 80 feet. I don't know. It goes way up in top of the trees.
I need to find out what blade they use for that.
It's a pretty good one.
At my job, we decided we were going to try out these new saw blades. We killed $700 worth of saw blades out today. This week.
Ooh.
Well, killed about $130 a day.
Ooh. So those are not the blades to buy.
Those are not the ones.
Oh, this same setup, they've got one that runs off hydraulics and hangs from a helicopter.
I have seen those.
It's got 5 blades, and they go down the right of way, cutting the board or cutting all the trash out of the way.
That's
but
right.
Anyway, we saw the giraffe that Ray does make the drive shafts for those things. So he can make a drive shaft for whatever you need, expanding and stretching and swapping and all that kind of stuff.
That's
so
right.
give him a call.
Maybe you want your own personal giraffe.
You need it. Everybody not need a giraffe.
I got to trim some trees in the house. Well, trim a tree at the house.
Well, you probably won't need a giraffe.
No.
I've got a pole saw you can use.
To trim a limb off, a big one.
Okay. I got a ladder. Got a chainsaw.
Yeah.
That'll be. Don't park anything under it. You'll make a YouTube video out of it. Move your car out of the way.
Oh yeah.
Last Saturday, we took a little trip.
We did.
Went up to the Rattlesnake Saloon. If you've never had an opportunity to go up to see that, it's a we used to call them Indian Cave. It's kind of an outcropping. Seats several hundred people. They've got outdoor dining under the. It was hot outside. Under the cave was just as pleasant as can be.
Right.
It was nice and cool. So that was a great trip.
I didn't see one rattlesnake.
Well, I did. I took pictures.
Oh, the wooden ones.
Well, they carved them out of a log and got two great big rattlesnakes looking at you, because under this cave, they got chairs everywhere, but they also there's actually a restaurant inside the cave.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's where the all the grill and all that kind of stuff is. But you can actually sit. I've sit in there before.
Okay.
Quite interesting place.
I'm sure it was a pain to build.
Yeah, I remember the man who did it. It's a man, his son, a man, his wife, and their son. And the dad said, "Boy, I can't believe you're going to spend that much money building that in that cave." He says, "Well, if this restaurant don't work out, I'll have the coolest house in the whole world." So anyway, that's what it is.
It's pretty close. Man.
Yeah, nice. You get an opportunity to go up and see that. And one thing I saw on the way, it's highway, state road or county road 247 off of 72.
Right.
Take a left and go out there 3 or 4 miles, and North Alabama DragRace is out there, and the round track.
Yes.
So we had an opportunity to see those. It'd been a while. Brandon LeCroy had a race up there a couple of years ago. I went up with the Datsun and made a fool of myself. The car still had the turbos on it, on the Datsun, and the big motor. It didn't appreciate me doing that at all. I did a half-track wheelie and all. No, I was going half-track, then it did a wheelie. So that's when I about decided I can't do this.
Well, it's pretty obvious now that there are no more pro mods with turbos. Just the math won't work on it.
Yeah, there are a lot of turbos and pro mods.
Almost everybody switched back to blower.
Well, one of the problems, power management is so hard, because you go from no boost to full boost in a few tenths of a second.
And like you learned about on your hitting the nitrous, you got to hit the tires in the start.
My goodness, I ride in the 55. I got on nitrous in high gear. Don't do that. It rattled the tires, and it feels like the car is coming apart.
That it does. Which, if you add an additional 400 horsepower,
I get it set about 300.
Okay, a conservative 300 horsepower on the back end. It's gonna shake some things.
I was running well, I lifted and was running 106 miles an hour. So I'm running 100 miles an hour basically.
Right.
Anyway, I'm right beside Mark Campbell in Dominique's truck. And we were back and forth, and I'm just going to scoot in front of him. I touched the nitrous. I shouldn't have done that. It feels like you're running over ripples. Is how hard that thing. Of course, if you hit the nitrous in low, you load the chassis, and it just does differently, because your starting line is so much different than the finish line, the way the track is prepped.
So you had some top end tire slip.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that'll.
It'll shake you so hard, and it'd break your teeth.
Ooh.
Yeah. How about some VP racing fuel? Let's talk about VP.
Hey, VP got so many locations. I'm losing track. We have Bayleton Dragway, Last Mountain Dragway, Holiday Beach, and Capital City Motorsports Park.
In VS Auto?
In VS Auto. DG Motorsports, Dodge City Collisions, Gardendale Performance, and Off-Road Connections.
You can get your the flavor you like of VP lots and lots of different places.
That's right.
So make sure you go out and I'm trying to think. I was talking to somebody this week. He had gone by and got a brochure for the VP, and it was most all you guys that's got this. We got the fuel, got some brochures, and is how many different fuels there are for for different applications. There's motorcycle fuel, and there's little 50cc two-stroke. There's fuel for it.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots and lots of stuff, and then of course the stuff you put in your lawnmower for the winter, and next spring it cranks up and don't have problems. So there's a lot of value to that.
Oh yes.
So anyway, and also at Garden Up Performance, take your nitrous bottle by. Rick will come by and get it and fill it up for you and bring it back. If the bottle needs 4 pounds, 4 pounds is what you get.
You're talking about fuel going bad. I watched a video the other day of somebody pulling a carb apart that had fuel in it for 10 years.
Uh-huh.
It had solidified, turned to a rock.
Oh, yeah.
Went to go pull a needle out, snapped the carburetor itself.
Alcohol makes a
gel.
Makes a dust. It's a white, shelly dust. It's bad.
Oh, man.
It stops stuff up something terrible. But if you run them all the time, you don't have any problem.
Right.
All right, I hear music in the background. We'll go out and take our 6:45 break, and we'll be right back on DragRace Central.
Have you ever had weird sounds coming from your trailer? Are you stopping at a red light and your tire from your trailer passes you? Then you need the Hub Saver. You can find them on the web at thehubsaver.com. So don't get stranded on the side of the road for 24 hours and lose money. Go to thehubsaver.com.
Ward Brothers Motorsports, 205-208-3278. That's 205-208-FAST. You can find them at 8691 Thornton Avenue, Leeds.
You've arrived at your destination.
Or look them up on the web at wardbrothersmotorsports.com. Performance vehicle dealer. No games, no gimmicks, just car guys who like to have fun.
This segment brought to you by Wholesale Transmission at 425 University Boulevard. Take care of all your transmission needs. The area code 205-251-0466. That's 251-0466.
Does your child have dreams? Some babies are born with SCID, a serious defect of the immune system. Fortunately, my daughter Lily was screened, diagnosed, treated, and cured. With newborn screening, Lily and every child can have a lifetime of dreams.
All newborns need to be screened for SCID. A simple test may save your baby's life. Jeffrey Modell Foundation, helping children reach for their dreams. To learn more, talk to your doctor or visit our website at info4pi.org.
This is Ricky Rubio, point guard for the Phoenix Suns.
And I'm Holly Robinson Peete, actor and along with Ricky, ambassador for Delivering Jobs. We know that a job is empowering and instills confidence. Yet 81% of adults with developmental differences don't have a paid job, even though companies that employ people with differences report better morale and higher productivity.
There are 6.5 million people in the U.S. with an intellectual or developmental difference such as autism.
And now, thanks to Autism Speaks, Best Buddies, the Holly Rod Foundation, and Special Olympics, there has never been more opportunity to improve hiring practices and build a more inclusive workforce. Join me, Ricky Rubio, and these amazing organizations in supporting and creating pathways to 1 million employment and leadership opportunities for this talented community.
Visit deliveringjobs.org to learn more.
That's deliveringjobs.org.
Welcome back into DragRace Central. Landy, we hadn't talked about Capital City yet. They've got a big bracket series going on down there. $7,500 to win.
That's right. They have their Super Pro and Foot Brake Junior Dragsters. I made a good point last night. It said juniors 13 and up.
So
you're over 13.
I definitely am over 13. But I hate to go up there and put it out like that and have a 13-year-old cut my head off.
That would be kind of tough.
Well,
kids are kind of ruthless.
They are, and there's no respect for their elders. You think it's it, or just everything is okay in Love and War, and then pull the starting line? Oh no, it's bad.
All is fair in Love and War.
I guess so, and drag racing.
That's right.
So how about Sand Mountain? We talked about Sand Mountain. Got a $5,000 race and the Power Wheels race.
Yes.
I really would like to see one of those. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. I bet you're having a lot of fun though.
You see them at Bayleton a lot.
Oh yeah.
That's right. Did you mention that Huntsville has Highway 40 race? I'm sorry, the Highway 40 Bash, a big grudge race going on down there.
I'm not sure what that is. It's a big party. You hope a race will break out.
That's it.
And I think that's probably what it is. Speaking of 40, I talked to Alan Reno this week. Alan is a big-time bracket racer, and he does a lot of foot braking.
Right.
He has probably the slowest car that he bracket races. V6 Cavalier.
Oh yeah, it's that guy. Yeah.
He heard about a big bracket race going on up at US 40 Dragway in Crossville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Alan, good guy. He said, "Think I'll go up there." So he went up, and nobody knows him, so this is a good thing. He said he looked to the back, and the people were fighting, trying to get up and race him. He said, "I won it." Had another race. He said, "I won it." He said, "They didn't want to race me no more."
That's kind of tough. You know?
He's got a greenish blue one and a red one. I said, "Well, what you got to do is put a hat on and take the red one up there. They won't be prepared. You go up there and take all their money." He said, "I like that place."
That's it.
So Alan does a great job in foot brake. Car runs 11. I said 11 20s. One of them does.
Man, that's a fast. If that was a Honda, that'd be fast.
It would be. It might run in the 10s. V6. He put a posi unit in this thing, in a front wheel drive. I think he had found he'll buy these old cars, and he found one had a muffler with two tailpipes on it. Had the two. Anyway, he pulled his muffler off and put that, and it picked up 3 or 4 tenths. I mean, it picked up a bunch.
Man.
When I say 4 tenths, remember in drag racing we'd sell a sister into slavery for 2 tenths. So 4 tenths is a bunch.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is
that's strong.
Yeah, it is. We've got Hub Saver. Johnny Powell will be coming in at 7 o'clock. And hopefully about 7:15 or so we can get Greg Burgess to call about the Get Town at Dogtown. We'll make sure we get those guys in.
That's right.
There's a video out.
Okay.
Erica Enders.
Oh yes.
Up at Bristol, she was in the finals. The pro stock cars are just serious pieces. Anyways, they left the line. She had the guy covered. I mean, a bunch. This guy doesn't give up. The back of this car blew up in smoke, and I still don't know what it was, but it looked like a 60s funny car burnout behind this pro stock car. Huge smoke. So the guy in the left lane saw she had messed up. He got back on the gas and ended up winning the race. She had him by 6 or 8 cars, and he didn't give up. He knew, hey, you're not going to chase her down.
No,
nah, he got back on the gas, and he did win it.
You take your wins where you can.
You never ever give up.
That's right.
But his car shook, or whatever happened, it didn't go. But they had to give her. She inhaled some of the smoke, and it was like a line blew off onto the exhaust. It was that kind of huge smoke. I'm sure there's some YouTube videos of it.
Hey, speaking of failures, we also had a pro mod.
Oh yeah. You was telling me about that.
It had parachute failure.
Went through the finish line, pulled the chutes, and the chutes exited the car.
No, they sheared off.
I know, but they exited.
Yeah.
They're gone. And if you're running 230 or 40 miles an hour, I don't care what happened. I don't have them anymore.
That's right. I'm interested to know why that happened.
We talk about
because he drove into the chutes,
and
then the chutes appeared to have torn instantly.
Oh yeah. It could be age problem. It could be just parts failure.
Could be.
I bet you that was a ride. You expect
Straight
that thing to slow down
into the sand.
Hello, here we go. This is going to hurt.
Well, not only that, he set the brakes on fire before he was able to hit the sand.
The carbon fiber will turn cherry red.
I know that they lit.
Oh yeah.
They actually caught the rotors on fire.
Well.
And then hit the sand.
Well, he was on. No doubt he's on the binders.
he was on hard,
trying to get that thing to whoa up. And these pro mod cars.
No, he probably hit the sand at about 100?
100, 150. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was strong.
How would you like to do that on a motorcycle? The pro stock bikes, every now and then they have the top fuel bikes. Larry, the Spider-Man McBride went 261 on a motorcycle. And they actually have a small parachute on them now.
He's going to need one.
He sure is.
Either that or a wing. He can just take flight.
Or how about pull a parachute and it sucks you up in the air and the bike just goes on to do what it does. And Larry McBride is not a young man. He's probably 70.
Oh.
And his brother, who is crew chief, I know he's 70.
Yeah.
But anyway, they still doing the business.
That's good.
They used to have Top Fuel Harley, and they're great and all. But this is Top Fuel bike. We don't care what you got, just come on. They're using the metric bikes, and
they do well.
They fast. And every now and then, when they have a failure, it breaks the block, breaks the head. So they keep extra ones with them.
Splits it all the way down the middle.
That's right. Now the Top Fuel Harley is a nitromethane injected, but that thing is 200 cubic inches. That's 100 inches per cylinder. And a lot of people don't know that in pro stock bike, massive. You get the Buell and the Harley derivative and all that stuff.
I haven't seen a piston that big.
Oh, it'd be a cert bucket piston.
Yeah. It's got to be a dinner plate size.
Well, you think about this. If it was a V8, it'd be 800 inches.
Yeah, it's massive.
So the pro stock Harley or Buell, it was a 159 cubic inch or 2600 cc, and the Japanese bikes they've up to 1800 now, but at one time they were a 4-valve motor was 13 and a 2-valve was 15, but they had to keep changing it. It's 1800 cc because our guy here from Birmingham, Steve Johnson, he's on fire, and I'm so proud for him.
Oh, yes.
He certainly paid his dues.
He's called in a couple of years ago.
He did. I thought it was kind of funny. This guy called in about some bikes, and as I'm talking to him, he spoke boy pretty sharp. We talked and finally I said, "Wait a minute, is this Steve Johnson?" He said, "Yeah." Good Lord, man, let him know. Should have let us know.
Yeah.
I thought I was being the smart one. I was on the air with somebody who's really smart.
That's right. These guys do well.
Yeah, they do.
Coming up on our second hour.
That's it. 1 hour break. 1 hour down. 1 hour to go.
That's right.
But wait, there's more. How about that? We'll be right back on DragRace Central.
A powerful message now with more power. From the Crawford Broadcasting Studios, the best Bible teachers in America with 100,000 watts at 101.1 FM and 850 AM. This is WXJC FM, WXJC HD Coleman, WDJC HD2 Birmingham, and WXJC AM Birmingham.
Break it down.
This segment brought to you by MTO Motors at 7212 First Avenue North. Cars, trucks, SUVs, no credit, no problem. Looking for good people, looking for good cars. Area code 205-836-0508. That's area code 205-836-0508.
In the wake of a disaster, what one thing can you send that will help people the most? A blanket, a tent, a sandbag, a doctor. Actually, if you send a monetary donation, you send all these things. Even a small donation can make a big impact and can quickly become exactly what people affected by disaster need most.
In the wake of a hurricane, your monetary donation can make a huge difference to those in need. To donate, visit supporthurricanerelief.org. That's supporthurricanerelief.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
I'm a veteran. We hit a mine in Vietnam.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
My victory's been never giving up hope.
DAV helps veterans of every generation get the benefits they've earned.
I finally admitted, with my PTSD, I wasn't doing well.
So veterans can reach victories, great and small.
Now I wish I'd found DAV sooner. My victory is just enjoying each day.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Hi. I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
Well, before I left my campsite, I was putting out my fire, and out of nowhere, Smokey Bear showed up and hugged me?
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. He likes it when people correctly put out their campfires. He's pretty big on wildfire prevention. He's just letting you know you did good. With a hug. He's a hugger.
I just got a bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update!
All right, I'm going to let you go now. I've got a lot of ranger stuff to do. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
This segment brought to you by Wholesale Transmission at 425 University Boulevard. Take care of all your transmission needs. The area code 205-251-0466. That's 251-0466.
The following program is a paid program and does not reflect the views of station management or sponsors.
I'll be honest with you. I hear this song. I had to look over and see if Chris called in.
Yeah, I was wondering. We're about a court low on Chris Rogers because we are the champions.
Yes,
that's his theme song.
That is
in the Fultondale Flash.
He gets to be #1 for a month now.
Oh, that is. I've been working on the trophy for the new thing. I bought some urethane. I guess what
Polyurethane.
It is. Polyurethane. You pour it and it gets hard and you make it. I put hardener. I did everything.
I hadn't figured it out yet.
It's still sticky. It's been 2 months.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
That baby's looking good though.
Yeah, something wrong then.
There's definitely something wrong. I've got a burnt 706 piston with a.
By the way, I saw your old collection of pistons and rods.
Nice, huh?
Last time I saw them, they were sitting in my sister's floor. Or I'm assuming those were yours.
Your sister's floor?
The floor of my sister's house.
I don't know.
Those not yours?
No. Oh, no. That's her honey. He's got some pistons for sale. Those are not
aluminum
mine.
rods and pistons for sale?
Yes. They're another one mine.
I will disclose this information to everyone, even though I know I should probably help them. Do not buy used aluminum rods or pistons. I know you can get them on a sweet deal, but there's a reason you get them on a sweet deal.
They are life limited.
They are.
Steel doesn't have a fatigue life. You replace the bolts, you just keep on riding.
You can get a deal on some Carrillos titanium rods. Oh, go for it.
Unobtainium, that's that stuff you can't afford.
I didn't know this. The LS9 came with titanium rods.
Yes. Well, the LS7 did. With the dry sump. Oh, yes, titanium rods. So that's...
So now I know if I'm ever at junkyard and I see one, pull rods out of it.
You won't be getting one out of the junkyard. They scoop them babies up.
Yeah.
So that's an idea. Well, I say that they do get crashed and they do end up in the junkyard.
That's it.
Oh, no, we're gonna call that a salvage yard. There ain't no junk. That's some good stuff.
That is.
How about that? Anyway, it's our second hour here on Drag Race Central. Mr. Johnny from Hub Saver is supposed to be calling in at 7 o'clock. I think it's 7 o'clock.
Well, it's not 7 o'clock for him yet.
It's 8 o'clock for him.
That's right. He's late.
He's in
what's he doing?
Maryland. He's generally pretty good about calling in right on time. But I guess he is.
Maybe he had to step out.
Let me see if he's.
Maybe he had to step out for something.
Anyway, we're
had to go get some cigarettes and lotto tickets.
Some lotto tickets. Hey, you gonna buy some lotto tickets today? We're in Georgia.
I didn't even check my last one, so I'll be honest with you.
You may be a gazillionaire.
I could be. I don't even know it. Yeah.
Just think you could go in and tell the boss, I don't believe I'm going to be doing this anymore. Well, Landon, we need you. Good luck.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that the check clears before I do that.
I'm done doing this in about 2 weeks when my check clears.
That's right. So I'm going to take you to the bank. If everything's all right, ain't going to work out good for you.
Yeah. I'm at least taking a day off. Whole day off.
Landon, I've decided if I win the lottery, I'm buying complete top fuel operation. And I'm going to test and tune Wednesday night at Laster Mountain on my top fuel car. Yeah. I'm not going top fuel race. That's too dang much work.
I looked at Pro Mods briefly for you over here. Can't find any good deals right now.
Oh, there's some out there.
Oh, there's some out there, but not where I looked. I know that.
Yeah, but anyway, the 55 it's going to take missing, and I'm not sure if I'm going to sell it rolling. It's probably going to sell it rolling. I'll keep my motor and transmission out of it.
You are kind of fond of that Shackroff.
It's a good piece. Been with me for several years now.
20 something.
08.
Okay, so we're approaching.
Because when we did the Pinks All Out. Pinks All Out, this motor was in the Nova when I did Pinks All Out.
It was.
And it was in 09. Yes. November of 09, I believe, is when it was. 8 or 9. Anyway, that's about when it was.
No, it could have been 09.
Why?
I was young. I was 7.
I think it was 09. I think I'm right. Anyway, I have to look it up. Pinks All Out, Montgomery. So that motor was in, and it was not a fresh engine then. November of 09, I think it might have been 08. It's 8 or 9. Because it came the TV show
08.
08, yeah, because in November of 08, and it came out in 09.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Oh yeah,
I was right. It was before then. It was before 09.
You said I was young. Of course you was young.
Yeah, I was. Well, I turned. I turned 16 in 2012. So that's how I remember it.
Okay, but you know that after Pinks is when you and your cousin Carson were down there with me, and that's when I exposed y'all to Waffle House at 2 a.m. Y'all had never
the crack of dawn.
Y'all had never experienced Waffle House that time of night. We're riding along, and I've been up since Thursday, and it's Saturday night. I am just beat about trying to fight for keeping going to sleep. Got 2 boys in there, y'all doing your thing, and boys, I'm fixing to show you something, but you got to promise not to tell your mamas when you get home. What? Nah, I just got to show you. So we pulled off in Pelham at the Waffle House.
That's the same thing you said when we went to Talladega, Enfield.
It sure is, and I'm still right. So we pulled in. Of course, we got a race car behind the van and all that kind of stuff, and the food was good, service was good. I mean, it's certainly the Waffle House experience. It was wonderful. We got back in the truck, started the on-ramp on the freeway. You looked over and said, "Hey, Daddy, where's them people live?" Son, I don't know. I've only seen them this time of night at Waffle House.
That's a fair assumption.
And that's still true.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we had left the mountain one night, went to Waffle House in Gardendale. We sitting there talking like, Dad and son do. We just talking. I said, "Hey, you see this guy behind me?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "It's not a guy, it's a woman." "No, it's not." And I said, "You go into the bathroom and come back and tell me I'm not right." You come back, "Oh my gosh, that's a woman." I said, "I told you it was."
Yeah, it turns out you know her. Yeah.
Yep, went to school with her. That was, you can see things that you just don't really need to see. And it won't go away. It imprints in your brain just something terrible. We have got a caller. Maybe it's Mr. Johnny calling in to get him all signed up. Let's go out to a caller. Good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
Hey,
doing well.
Man, it's awesome. Been so long since I heard from you.
Yeah, it's been a lot going on.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. It's getting better.
Good.
It's. I've just been still dealing with a lot of the doctor stuff.
That stinks, but I'm glad there's people smart enough to do that.
Yeah, there's still a few of us out there, but not. But no, we actually I am out of town this weekend. I'm down here in North Carolina for the Gasser race.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hadn't been able to go to all of them, but this is one. I got a guy that been helping me a good bit here. He's one of our distributors, and he can probably start doing a lot of stuff that I'm doing. And I got him here with me today. His name's Kevin Hill.
Okay.
Kevin. Hey, good morning.
Morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
When y'all make it back to our area, make sure that you get with me and get on air with us. This is a lot of fun.
We will. I've been telling him about the show and all. He'll probably start listening to it. And but no, I mean, we've been busy. It's just been I've been limited on what I can do. I haven't been able to do what I was doing. It's just I got to go next week to have some other tests done, and we're gonna find out some things, and then we'll know which way to go.
Heck yeah! Well, look, pull the books out. Make sure you study for the test.
I'm planning on. I'm gonna try to give them the right answers. I want to give them anyway.
Well, I said we got a pop test. What do you mean pop test? I hadn't studied.
Exactly. So how's things been going on y'all guys? On you guys?
Well, it's been a very eventful. I bought a Pro Mod car.
I saw that when I was down there last time. You showed me a picture of it.
Yep, got that. I've actually made a pass in it so far. We got this coming weekend. I'll be entering my first race in it. This ought to be a hoot.
Really? Where at?
I-22 Motorsports Park.
I-22 Motorsports Park.
Yep, that is in between Birmingham and Memphis. I could get you closer than that. From Birmingham, it's about 40, 50 miles up Interstate 22.
Okay. I know where 22 is.
Neat place to go watch a race.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try it. And we've got something called the Pucker Factor. I'm puckered up about it. So.
Hey, I'm very excited about that. I would love to see that. I
John,
swear I can't wait to see that.
Let me tell you, this thing takes off. And when you click high gear, the ride is not over.
It's just getting started.
Oh, and the worst part is they won't stop.
Wow. I hope you got that situation. You got good brakes on this one. I know.
Well, I do now. The first pass I made, I was pumping them. I looked like I was pumping a sprayer to spray for bugs when I'm trying to get it woed up. But I got all that fixed. Got all that fixed. But, hey, I got a great car, and we're my 55. I'm going to sell it, and Landon asked me about selling this car. I said, well, it is neat enough. I'm going to have it in the World of Wheels next year.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I'm looking forward to that again.
Oh yeah, that was a good weekend.
Yeah, we had a really good time. Every time I go up there, we have a good time.
Oh yeah,
that's for sure. I'm hoping take Suzanne with me next time.
Well, what is going on with the Hub Saver?
Well, we got a lot going on actually. We kind of branching out with some new distributors and dealers. I've got a guy down in Florida. He's doing a lot down there. He's getting really big into the camper world and the RV world, and he's got a bunch of shows he's been doing down there. I haven't been able to go in there with him none. And I have Kevin here, of course. He's here this weekend with Suzanne and I. He's going to hang out at the show and see how things are going with us and show us how, layout of so he can start doing his own shows and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff that he's not been able to go to. But I'll let him tell you a few things about what he's doing.
Hey, Randall.
Yes, sir.
Well, first of all, I'm on Johnny's webpage. It's Cletus' Transport and Trailer Services.
Uh-huh.
Cletus is my nickname. That's what my wife has me programmed in her phone as, and I'm just having a blast. I'm turning over every stone, talking to everyone I can. I'm a preacher of the gospel, and now I'm finding myself being a preacher of the Hub Saver. I'm passionate about people, love people, and I love the fact that we have an opportunity to save lives.
Yes.
And that was the primary reason that was the main reason that got me involved in this. When Johnny was sharing some stories with me, I'm like, I got excited. Something touched my heart. One of the stories he shared, and there's a great need for this to make our highways and our roadways a lot safer.
You can pull up YouTube videos and watch wheels coming off, and it's hard to believe how many of those things happen and how many of them are caught on camera.
Oh, absolutely. If you don't mind, one young man shared a story with me. He was telling me several years ago. He's 28 years old, and at 18, his daddy was working for a funeral home, and he was the one going around collecting quartz.
Uh-huh.
And there was a man that he asked his son to go pick up, and he said, "Son," he said, "you don't have to look at him." He said, "It doesn't look human," but he was on a motorcycle. A wheel came off, and it took his head off.
Yeah.
And he's wanting to be a part of this. I'm trying to figure out how, Johnny and I are trying to figure out how we're going to fit him in.
Oh, yeah.
But he understands the need of having the Hub Saver on the trailers. There's just so much that can happen. The roads are dangerous enough, much less having somebody's wheel come off. I mean, it's not anyone's particular fault, but at the same time, we have a great opportunity to do something about it.
I agree. It is equipment failure, and you can maintain all you want to, and you still have some equipment failure, and this will solve a problem.
That's exactly right.
Well, that is great. I'll be glad to meet you. And of course, when Johnny comes down, come down, and I'll take y'all. We'll all go back out to the Barber's Motorsports Museum.
Oh yeah, he needs to see that.
Oh my goodness, words can't describe what even if you're not a motorcycle guy, this is the dangest thing you ever seen in your life.
Yes, it is. It's something you never knew existed.
It's just, man, who likes motorcycles this much?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
One person.
Everybody likes to collect stuff. This guy got a couple thousand motorcycles, literally.
That's true, and it's the hardest stuff you've never seen before. A lot of it.
Yes, it is.
That's for sure.
I don't get around as well as I used to, but we was out there. Of course, we were actually, Johnny, you and I were supposed to be working when we was doing it. But anyway.
What are you talking about? It was work.
Oh, it was work. Yeah, it was business. It might have been a little monkey business, but anyway, we were out at they got the military section, the Superbike series. They've got all kind of stuff out there.
Oh yeah, that was the Alabama Slammer work job. I had a blast down there. That's for sure.
Well, I'm glad. Well, guys, tell all of our listeners how you get in touch with the Hub Saver.
You can go to thehubsaver.com. You can take a look at our website or give us a call there, or look at some of our upcoming events. We got somebody down in Florida doing events about every weekend, and we're trying to do all the stuff with the Southeast Gassers. If I'm not going to be at some of the races, someone will probably be there representing us. But I'm going to try to get back in the groove of things here soon, and hopefully we'll all keep rolling, keep everybody safe in the highways.
Well, get healthy where you can, because we are working. This is early in the year, but I'm working on a display for the World of Wheels next year already.
Really? Well, I'd love to be a part of that with you this time again too.
Well, I want somebody to say, "Wow, can't believe y'all bought all that." There you go. That's what I'm after.
That's exactly right. Draw the attention. That's right.
Well, Johnny, thanks for calling.
Thanks, Randall, and I appreciate everything, and we will talk to you guys very soon, okay? And hope to see you. And tell Landon, you take it easy. Take care, old man.
I will do.
All right, bud. See ya.
Hey, sure. Take care.
Bye.
Take care.
All right, it's our guys from the Hub Saver. Good to hear from him. Johnny's been under the weather a little bit, and he just illness just kicking his rear end.
If you ever go in person and meet Johnny Powell, he is Richard Branson's twin brother.
I didn't think about it. He really just about is.
Spot on.
All right, I hear music in the background. Let's go out and take us a break. We'll be right back on DragRace Central.
Ward Brothers Motorsports, 205-208-3278. That's 205-208-FAST. You can find them at 8691 Thornton Avenue, Leeds.
You've arrived at your destination.
Or look them up on the web at wardbrothersmotorsports.com. Performance vehicle dealer. No games, no gimmicks, just car guys who like to have fun.
This segment brought to you by Wholesale Transmission at 425 University Boulevard. Take care of all your transmission needs. The area code 205-251-0466. That's 251-0466.
Have you ever had weird sounds coming from your trailer? Are you stopping at a red light and your tire from your trailer passes you? Then you need the Hub Saver. You can find them on the web at thehubsaver.com. So don't get stranded on the side of the road for 24 hours and lose money. Go to thehubsaver.com.
I'm a veteran. We hit a mine in Vietnam.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
My victory's been never giving up hope.
DAV helps veterans of every generation get the benefits they've earned.
I finally admitted, with my PTSD, I wasn't doing well.
So veterans can reach victories, great and small.
Now I wish I'd found DAV sooner. My victory is just enjoying each day.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Think about your mother, your sister, your girlfriend. 1 in 6 women is a victim of sexual assault. Now think about your father, your brother, your best friend. Men are victims too. Rape can happen to anyone. This is Christina Ricci with RAIN, encouraging you to call the National Sexual Assault Hotline to learn how to support someone you love. Call 1-800-656-HOPE or visit RAIN.org. That's RAINN.org.
Brought to you by RAIN and this station.
Welcome back in, Landon. That's your real that's your jam.
It's a really hard song to play. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Not for me.
No, yeah.
I turned the radio on. That thing baby be kicking. That's not what you're talking about, is it?
No. Instrumentally, it's
oh, that's something. Hook us up over there.
Hey, we got our friends out there at Ray's Drive Shafts, located at 1417 Decatur Highway in Fultondale, Alabama. Give them a call in at 256-572-7485. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Go out there and see Ray, get you a custom drive shaft to your needs, your specifications, for whatever you want, I guess. You know, giraffe, a car,
trucks,
side by side,
whatever you need. How
trike.
about a trike?
Some trikes have drive shafts.
I guess so. All right. Did you get a phone number?
I did.
All right. Let's go out to a caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Randall. How you
Hey, Mr.
doing
Greg.
this morning?
Everything's good. Good to hear from you.
Well, it's good to call in to y'all. Good to talk to you during the week. Now, personally, I guess we've had a lot going on over the winter, and with Hunter having to go back and have his surgery done over again, and we've been blessed that we could even open up this year and still have a good program and stuff like that, because we really was concentrating on that a lot at the first of the year. But we appreciate everybody praying and all the things, and everything's working out great, and we really appreciate everybody coming out last weekend. We had some timing issues, and anybody that's ever owned a track or been in a track, that's a nightmare when that strikes you. So
lightning. It was a lightning took out some electronics.
Yeah, it took out we had a scoreboard, our printer at the ticket booth, amplifier on our stereo, and two speakers, and we ended up with one computer that would work, and we had to reboot it a good bit. But we have a great bunch of racers, and everybody stuck with it. And about 4:00 Sunday morning, we had some winners. So, gotta love drag racing, Randall.
You do, because I'm excited about this coming weekend.
Me too. I sure am. It's our this is our biggest race of the year, and we really, way the economy is and stuff, we've had some people step up. This year we have Dizzy Dean Fireworks, which belongs to a friend of mine, and he is one of the biggest fireworks warehouses right up on exit 30 off of Winfield there. And he built a new building and wanted to come on with us. So we're actually going to have a real good fireworks show. And we always have a good Fast 8 Pro Mod race. And we're going to have some, this time we're going to have a big buck bracket racing also. So we want everybody to plan for a good weekend. I mean, you can come out on a Friday. And, and it's going to be the July 4th will be on a Monday, but you can come out on a Friday, and we're going to, this year with the heat, we're really thinking we're going to give one round of qualifying Friday night, and that'll keep us in some good weather there, and see how we can run it maybe a little later for the next qualifying on Saturday.
Right.
So, and we have our shootouts in our junior and pro and foot brakes, so you can have a good night there, and then we're going to come back Saturday and have some good racing. So make plans to come out for the weekend.
Yeah, we've mentioned, because I talked to you this week, and we're going to come and do the show live.
Right, and we're going to do the live show.
That's going to be exciting.
That's super.
I hope
that's
the
super.
temperature is such that we can have it outside. We've had to be in the motorhome, which is fine, but I would prefer to be outside. It is so nice out.
Yeah. Well, in the morning times we've had some extreme heat. We started the race last week and the track around 140, and then we ended up the race Sunday morning, and it went from that to around about 80, a little higher than 70 because it was 60 degrees outside. We went from 93 and humidity till that morning till 60, and people with sweat coats on. So
that is great.
Only in Alabama.
Well, we have spring, summer, fall, and winter. Because the trouble is, it comes on Thursday. Every bit of it. You can have all 4 seasons in one afternoon.
That's right.
All right. And what kind of you and I were talking. You said something about the guys who are. What you got, Landon?
Got 1 minute.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're going to run out of time. Who's your guys going to be there?
Well, Tim Seegers in the Batman is committed. He said he's coming. I've got Kenny Scott in the Low Man. He's going to bring it out. East side. I got Brad Porter in the 57, and I've got Ernest. Mr. Ernest Jones has got him probably one of the nicest riders Ernest had in a while, a 57 Chevrolet. And of course, Randall, you bringing yours.
Yes, I am.
And that's another Corvette. We got coming out. I had some guys from Tennessee come down and made a test hit last weekend, and they also had bracket raced, and he said there's about 4 of them coming down, so we ought to have a good show.
Well, it's always a good show for the spectators. Make sure all the spectators come out and get them some barbecue nachos also.
Oh yeah, we'll have plenty of that, and some good food, and so it's these times it's kind of, you got to have your races when you do. I know we got some other tracks that's having some shows, and we want everybody to try to have a good show when we can keep things open. We want to keep ours where everything keeps going up on us, even to glue. So we're going
to keep talking about. We are running out of time. We got a hard break coming up, but I'll see you Friday sometime up in the day.
Need anything? Give me a call, Randall, and y'all have a great day.
Thank you, bud. We'll be right back on DragRace Central.
This portion of the show is brought to you by The Home Place. They have 2 locations. They have Pinson and Warrior. Pinson number is 205-681-6226, or the Warrior location at 205-543-6556.
This segment brought to you by Wholesale Transmission at 425 University Boulevard. Take care of all your transmission needs. The area code 205-251-0466. That's 251-0466.
This is Ricky Rubio, point guard for the Phoenix Suns.
And I'm Holly Robinson Peete, actor and, along with Ricky, ambassador for Delivering Jobs. We know that a job is empowering and instills confidence. Yet 81% of adults with developmental differences don't have a paid job, even though companies that employ people with differences report better morale and higher productivity.
There are 6.5 million people in the U.S. with an intellectual or developmental difference such as autism.
And now, thanks to Autism Speaks, Best Buddies, the Holly Rod Foundation, and Special Olympics, there has never been more opportunity to improve hiring practices and build a more inclusive workforce. Join me, Ricky Rubio, and these amazing organizations in supporting and creating pathways to 1 million employment and leadership opportunities for this talented community.
Visit deliveringjobs.org to learn more.
That's deliveringjobs.org.
In the wake of a disaster, what one thing can you send that will help people the most? A blanket, a tent, a sandbag, a doctor. Actually, if you send a monetary donation, you send all these things. Even a small donation can make a big impact and can quickly become exactly what people affected by disaster need most.
In the wake of a hurricane, your monetary donation can make a huge difference to those in need. To donate, visit supporthurricanerelief.org. That's supporthurricanerelief.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Welcome back to DragRace Central. I'm sending that out to Chris Rogers. Another one bites the dust.
Did you hear the good news, though?
Oh, what's that?
We're having a Fast 8.
A Fast 8?
Fast 8 Pro Mods.
Uh-huh.
You were number 6.
So he called out the names, and he called me out number 6.
And he didn't say any more. He only said 6 names that are...
Well, there's some more people coming. But
we hope not. If that means we get 2 buys right there.
But there's some fast cars in front of us. If we get them to lose their car keys, I've decided if I can get 3 red lights and 2 buys, by gosh, I'll be second or third round, maybe.
Well, like right here, if we only get 6 in a Fast 8, we already made like 3 rounds. We can get 2 buys.
Well, hey, we got to do something. I'm not sure I'm ready to.
We'll be up there in the money.
I'm not sure I'm ready to pull the trigger on all that nitrous is on this thing.
I hope you. Well, you don't have to be, but you do have to be in a week from today.
This thing takes off, so it'll make snot come out of your nose. Yeah. Let's go out to a caller. Good morning.
Hey, Randall, Steve from Tennessee.
Well, hey, Steve. Good to hear from you.
Man, it sounds like you're getting wound up pretty good for that that race at I-22 there. That's next weekend, right?
Yes, it is. Well, Steve, let me tell you, in my preparations, we're going over to Summit Racing Equipment and getting a seat insert today. Something else I've done for the seat, I took a 1 foot square piece of sheet metal and put a trailer knob in the middle of it. So you sit on that. Now, it ain't real comfortable, but you don't slide out.
Well, that's right.
I may have to swap to 2 5/16.
Oh man, I was wondering. You said you think about parting with a 55. I wonder when you got that big boy, how long it'd be before you started thinking about that.
Well, they're both of these. Well, especially the 55 is not so bad, but this the Pro Mod is such an expense.
Yes.
The cars, buying them is not that bad. Well, it's a lot of money, but it's not that bad. Maintaining them, oh my goodness. A pair of tires, $1,100 for 2 tires.
I'm just curious, if you went to freshen up that motor in that Pro Mod, what would that hit you for if you did a full refresh on it?
Fortunately, I can do everything myself, but
right.
The rods are right at $1,200 for a set of rods, and you'll get no harder than I'm hitting it. You'll get 50 or 75 passes. For me, that's 2 or 3 years. So, but you got to make sure you document all the passes, and really it's heat cycles, I believe, is what you go by. But because you crank it up, that's 1 lick. So you want to make sure you hook the. I got a heating pad on. No, this is not like something your mama had. Heating pad on the oil tank. You plug this thing up, and just a little. You have to pay attention a little bit. The oil is smoking, so you have to preheat the oil. This is aluminum block, aluminum heads, and everything grows. So you have to set the valve lash when it's hot. Get the driver's side done, crank it back up, warm up, and do the passenger side. Because if it cools off, the clearance has changed so much.
Well, I guess like the oil heater, that would be in order to have instant lubrication, right?
Yeah, and
that's pretty much what.
Yeah, you want you want it lubricating quickly, and cold oil doesn't do very good. You want it flowing, and you take the dry sump belt off. I got a tool built on a right angle drive drill that you hook this thing up and you spin it over and you get oil pressure before you ever crank it up. Because once you do it one time, you don't have to do it the rest of the day, but and the belt just slides off and you hook it on, and there's an oil pressure gauge on the tank, so you can, actually on the oil filter adapter, but you can do it right there. But it's a handful.
We had another interest of yours last week. Me and my wife went down to Millington, Tennessee for that air show for the Blue Angels.
Oh, yeah.
And, man, one of 3 B-17s in the world left at flying, and we got to see it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome stuff. But I'm glad to hear Johnny on there. Sounds like he's feeling better.
Yeah. Not to cut you off with Johnny, but I have been in a P-51.
Really?
Yes. The P-51D model had a jump seat in the back. And a guy here in Birmingham had one, and I had an opportunity to go up in that thing. That's pretty fun.
Well, I tell you what, since you mentioned P-51, they were doing that what they call the Legacy Series, where they're flying World War II planes with modern jets.
Yeah.
And they actually flew a P-51 with 2 F-35s. That was awesome.
Yeah. And I've been to Oshkosh to the air show.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you, there's some airplanes up there.
Oh, man, I bet. I tell you, I got excited being out there because the neat thing was this was Navy-based, but they had a lot of Air Force jets and stuff out there for you to look at. And
yeah, you're at the Millington Naval Air Station.
Yes, sir, that's it.
Yeah, I'm familiar. It's right next to the drag strip.
Okay, you know what? I was wondering about that. We just didn't have time to venture around, and I was wondering about that. I knew I had to have been close to it.
There's a fence separating them. That's all it is.
Okay.
And
that place it's still open, isn't it?
No, it has been sold, and Memphis is gone.
Good.
Atlanta's gone.
Oh, wow. Man, they're disappearing left and right. That one big one in Houston has gone away now.
Yeah, the Memphis Motorsports Park, there was the Mid-South Nationals. The drag strip is actually a front straightaway of a road race course. At the end of
I remember. I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, it's probably 4,500 feet long. I don't know. It's a long way. You can run a quarter mile, throw a drag car up neutral, and coast. And at the end of the track, there's a big sweeping right-hander. It kind of goes up a hill a little bit, and you can coast all the way back to to the ticket booth before you have to crank it up again. That was, and then there's 8 lanes. I believe there's 7 or 8 lanes in staging, but there was a right-hander going to the long straightaway. At the end of the track, on the left-hand side, was the a round track, an oval, asphalt oval. If you remember, the Street Outlaws, J.J. DeBoss, had this big shop they were using for a long time. That was where that was. Is at the round track. They use all the garages, but I do believe it has been bought, and they're going to turn it into something else, and it won't be a racetrack, unfortunately.
See, that's the bad part. When those things sell like that one in Houston, I want to say there's one more event, either this month or next month, and that's it.
Wow.
And I think that one's going to be repurposed as well, and I hate to see that, man. The racing stuff is, if you go look at the drag strips that used to be in California that are gone, it's sad. It's sad.
Yep. Well, no land. They quit. It goes to a bunch of tree and bunny huggers.
Yeah, that's a big problem. It is the land. You're absolutely right on that. But hey, I seen where Todd got to the semifinals last race, and I don't know. I think we might have talked about this before, but they're putting all those races on YouTube, and I think it's relatively quick that you can watch them. Man.
Oh yeah,
they're doing a nice job with that.
They've had some people come in and filming that is doing professional quality. They've really stepped up. I enjoy watching their stuff, and they are not scared to check the rods in the motor. I'll say that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
They're zinging them things out the frame. Ken Rainwater is having a problem with it. I mean, he's really struggling going down the track. It ended up being a bad tachometer. The tachometer was backfeeding into the ignition system, and this car I think he swapped motors 3 times, and there's a tachometer is all the problem was. And
oh my goodness!
And what's bad? They don't use tachometer. They don't pay attention to it. No way. Just hold it to the floor and sidestep the clutch.
Golly, wow, man. Well, that race weekend, is Sunday? Sunday's the big day, right?
No, Saturday.
Saturday's the big day.
Yes.
Saturday night.
What time is it going to start?
It'll be Saturday night. The temperature's going to be so great. It'll be a night race, probably late afternoon. 5 or 6 o'clock will be. I'm guessing, but that'll be the first round of qualifying. They said they're going to give us one round Friday night, and then when it cools off, and then that way, track temperature, like Greg said, it was 140 degrees. That makes it tough to go down the track. Well, for the guys got a lot of horsepower. For me, I should be all right.
Well, sounds good, man. I'll let you get off here and shoot. I plan on coming. I'm gonna do my best. I really would like to see that car run.
Well, I appreciate that. We'll see you then.
Sounds good. Y'all have a good one. See you, Landon. Y'all be good.
You take care.
See you, bud. That's Steve from up in Tennessee. We are 7:43 this beautiful Saturday morning. I'm looking outside. I see sunshine. It's going to be awesome today. Today's 20. Is it already actually furniture time again?
I believe it is.
The third Saturday night. It might be actually furniture tonight.
I don't keep up with those schedules. All the Friday nights.
Saturday night.
Saturday nights.
Yeah. Use one.
I'm thinking first Fridays.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that.
We've already planned to go leave out of here on the way to Atlanta. We're going to stop at Buc-ee's. Thank you, Miss Amber. She decided we're stopping at Buc-ee's for breakfast, and on the way back we're going to stop at a place in Riverside called the Ark.
The Ark. Yeah, we just got when's the Ark?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it was the Arch.
Oh, the Arch.
Not the Ark.
It's spelled different. Same thing.
Yeah,
same thing, only different.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back on DragRace Central.
Ward Brothers Motorsports, 205-208-3278. That's 205-208-FAST. You can find them at 8691 Thornton Avenue, Leeds.
You've arrived at your destination.
Or look them up on the web at wardbrothersmotorsports.com. Performance vehicle dealer. No games, no gimmicks, just car guys who like to have fun.
Marsh Automotive Custom Dyno Tuning and Car Engine Swap. You can locate them at 65472 U.S. Highway 231, Blunsville, Alabama. Give them a call at 205-429-4131. That's 205-429-4131.
Glassworks Plus offers expert commercial and residential glass services by installing, repairing, and replacing the glass on your property. Glassworks Plus will take care of all your glass needs, from tempered and insulated glass to window installation and shower enclosures. We have the skills and expertise to install and repair the glass you desire. Give them a call at 205-681-9162. That's 205-681-9162 for all your commercial and residential glass needs. They do storefronts and doors also.
This segment brought to you by MTO Motors at 7212 First Avenue North. Cars, trucks, SUVs, no credit, no problem. Looking for good people, looking for good cars. Area code 205-836-0508. That's area code 205-836-0508.
Have you ever had weird sounds coming from your trailer? Are you stopping at a red light and your tire from your trailer passes you? Then you need the Hub Saver. You can find them on the web at thehubsaver.com. So don't get stranded on the side of the road for 24 hours and lose money. Go to thehubsaver.com.
For homeless students, the graduation rate is only 64%. United Way's Central Alabama Children's Fund helps Jefferson County in so many ways. We provide toiletry kits, clothing, air mattresses, book fees, school fees, and we're trying to stop homeless students from becoming America's homeless adults. Be an everyday hero.
Give to United Way of Central Alabama.
Hi, welcome back to DragRace Central, our last break of the day. Glad to talk about some VP fuel before we go out to the Fultondale Flash.
Fultondale Flasher. It's a felony.
Flasher.
That's a felony.
No, he said flash, not flasher.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right, so there's racing fuel.
VP.
Right.
VP, yeah.
And you buy it.
You buy it.
Yep.
You put it in your car.
We'll see y'all next week.
Oh. No.
Oh, okay. There's several locations you can buy it from. You go out to several tracks. They have Bayleton Dragway, Lasser Mountain Dragway, Holiday Beach,
and Capital City
Motorsports Parkway.
NVS Auto, DG Auto,
DG Motorsports,
DG Motorsports, Gardendale Performance, Dodge City Collisions. I wonder, hey, what's this collision and race fuel?
I don't know. I tried to. Her mom was in a wreck this past week, and I tried to send her down there.
Oh, okay.
Down to
go in and see Joe and let him take a look at your car.
That's right.
Also, if you need a nitrous bottle filled up.
Oh, last two places, Off-Road Connections and Gardendale Performance.
Yep. Go to Gardendale Performance and leave your bottle. Don't do it on Saturday. You need it Saturday night. It won't work. Let's go out to the Fultondale Flash. Good morning.
Good morning, Randall. Good morning, Landon. How are y'all?
Good. Hey, now look. Producer played "We Are Champions" a while ago.
Yeah, that was my bat theme call there. I was trying to wake up at that time, but I heard the signal, and I was like, man, I missed my signal. I hope I'm better than that when it comes to racing. That's for sure.
Well, you're just asleep at the wheel.
Hey, I heard a good show y'all putting on today, trying to get everything together. It looks like you're pretty excited about this coming race, next weekend.
Yes, I am.
Hey, your prayers are with you that everything goes well and you have a safe race, and hopefully you come out with maybe some wins out of that. You never know.
Going some rounds, realistically, you first, especially where I am in this car, making the field, number one. Going a round or two is the next thing, but it's one round at a time. None of the rest of it matters.
That's right.
You do what you do, and then if somebody outruns you, well, they just had to outrun you. Just not making mistakes is what we're after.
Well, you know, believe it or not, everybody else out there is just like you. When they get there, they got something unproven. They're trying some stuff, and sometimes everything just goes your way, and you just got to be lucky, and everything just goes your way. And who knows? You may come out way better than you think. And I'm glad you're coming out thinking positive about going into it, and you're thinking about safety the whole time. And so it sounds like you got all your ducks in a row. And let's hopefully we can get up there and see some racing. And I'm going to try and get up there probably Saturday. I don't know if I'll make it up there to see Friday, but Saturday's kind of on my list.
Oh, they do. You've been there before, haven't you?
Do I now?
Have you been to I-22?
I have not. Be my first time.
Oh, neat. Neat place to go. Nice, clean. Of course, the guys up there just do an outstanding job. And get the barbecued nachos. Did I mention that?
You sure did. More than one. So we got to try that.
Yeah, now Landon has already been after me buying groceries for. So we'll be having food at the RV. So make sure you.
Nothing nearby.
What's that?
There's nothing nearby.
Well, there's grocery stores on the way.
I'm talking about like you can't run over to.
You're not run a convenience store.
No. They.
You drive to the store up there.
It's like going to Bayleton. There ain't really nothing around that track.
That's worse.
No, it's a lot worse.
It's out in the middle of nowhere, and then boom.
Then you take a left. If you're nowhere, you need to take a left and go for a while. No, but hey, very easy. Get off at the Eldridge Natural Bridge exit and turn right. Go about a mile. You see, I believe it's Rushing Springs Baptist Church sign. At the sign, you turn left, go to the church, but you turn right. Go about 100 yards and take a left, and you'll see the track around on your right.
I should be able to follow the cars in there. Ain't that the old way of going at it? Just kind of get in the area and look for somebody pulling a race car and trailer and just follow them in.
I've done that at so many cities I'm embarrassed to say. But it does work. Not efficient, I totally understand, and no GPS involved, but if that guy's right, I must need to go the same place he's going.
Well, I think looking forward to it, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun up there. And with that many pro mod cars, there ought to be a good show going on. And you, by all means, getting out there and trying to run with the big guys, hey, that's outstanding. And I sure hope everything goes your way.
Chris, the only thing I'm hoping for when I drive up, they'll say, "Oh my gosh, he's here again." I don't think they're going to say that.
You look good the last couple of times out, so
well, I know what they'll say. They say, "Can get you some." There you
go. Well, listen, guys, it's been good talking with you. I'm on the road here, and I'm fixing to head on down a little bit, but it's good talking with you. And if I don't hear from you anytime soon, try and look for me on there coming up Saturday.
All right, buddy. Thanks, Chris.
All right, we'll see y'all.
Now, that's our buddy Chris Rogers. He's actually going to fill in for me the weekend of July, that'd be probably the 30th, 29th to 30th. I'll be out of town for a couple of days.
Oh, yes.
Landon's going to be running the show that day, and Chris is going to come in and help him. So I hope they're doing some prep, because, Chris always does. He does a good job, and he's got lots of, and he'll ring everybody we know's phone off the hook to get some information to talk about for the week.
That's right.
A week. So that's good. I'm glad we've got somebody who can call and depend on.
That's right. Oh, yes, very good. Can you talk about the events going on this week?
Yeah.
We got Huntsville has their Highway 40 bash. It's a grudge race going on up there. Jake Stragway has a radial prep test and tune. Sand Mountain's having a no prep race, pays $5,000 to win. They also have a Power Wheels race going on. Bayleton will have their weekly bracket race series. Holiday Beach is having
the bracket series.
A bracket series.
Yeah, just the regular weekly bracket.
No, not Holiday Beach. No. They're having a. I'm gonna have to go look it up. That doesn't sound right.
Who knows? But Capital City's having their bracket series.
Yeah. Yes, they're having their. Okay, here it is. Holiday Beach is having a daily driver shootout.
Okay.
And a all motor daily driver and a hard tire shootout.
All right, and how about this? Our buddy Will Hurston up in Moulton said the Crate Racing USA Traveling Series coming to Moulton Speedway. Check their website for more info. And something else, Will just let me know. Let people know how to advertise on our show. You know, we're on 100,000 watts of FM power. We go from the middle of Tennessee over to Mississippi and Georgia and down to about Clanton. It's actually 110 miles in all directions from our antenna, which is in Coleman.
That's right.
Because we're not in Coleman, we're in Homewood. But
I'm in Coleman.
You're in Coleman. But our antennas, we're not. No, you're not. You're sitting right across from me.
I live in Coleman.
Well, you're not in Coleman.
Not right now. No.
Okay.
About to go to Atlanta.
That's right. But anyway, we're if you want to get in touch with us, we'd love to have you come on board as an advertiser. Our advertising rates are very inexpensive. You can catch us. Hit me up on Facebook. It's Randall Shew, SHEW.
I'm Landon Shew. Both of us have pretty unique names.
If it's SHEW, you'll be close. But very, very reasonable rates. We'll talk about you. Get an opportunity to come on the air with us.
That's right.
Just like Mr. Johnny does. You know, he has really his own segment.
He does.
VP, same deal. And of course, these are still some advertisers we do buy. You know, VP is supposed to send us a recording. A year ago.
You mean Vaseline products?
It should have, but it hadn't happened yet. But we still talk about them. Some great people. I use their products, and it protects your motor. Got C16 going in the Corvette. I use 110 in the 55.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a row of cans in the trailer.
That's right.
So shortly we are leaving on the way to Atlanta.
Very shortly.
McDonough, Georgia, actually. I think that's the way it's said. We're going to ride over and go to Summit, see the car show, and all the events, and see the big showroom. Just look around. You've never had an opportunity to go in, and you have?
Yeah, we've been before.
Okay.
I need to go sit in some seats.
Sit in some seats. That's interesting. We've got some special guests. We've got some special guests in with us this morning. I've mentioned Heidi before. She has made it in here this morning. She's shaking her head because poor young lady hangs out with me. Shake her head is all she can do because I'm nice. I'm real nice, but I make her life interesting. I'll say that. Am I correct? She won't even talk. And that is unusual because usually I have to tell her, say, no, look, just take it down a couple notches. She won't talk. She has buried her head. We put headphones on her and let her talk to all her adoring fans. But she will be in the merchandise section at our trailer next weekend. Come see Miss Hottie.
Right.
Snack Lady will be there. We'll have a group of people with our new sublimated shirts. That's going to be exciting.
Oh yes.
Well, Landon's been good. And remember, replay tonight, 9 to 11. And just remember, the older I get, the faster I'm going to be. See y'all next week on DragRace Central.
A powerful message now with more power. From the Crawford Broadcasting Studios, the best Bible teachers in America with 100,000 watts at 101.1 FM and 850 AM. This is WXJC FM, WXJC HD Coleman, WDJC HD2 Birmingham, and WXJC AM Birmingham.